Hey,
Hello there. We're live again. Finally,
again.
back again. Yeah, we are. Anyway, hi. We're back again, as usual, as promised, and everything. Um, how are you, Rob?
I am splendid. I'm quite tired. I keep waking up at like 4:30 in the morning, and then it's sunlight, and I have no curtains, so sunlight means I'm awake.
Yeah, same actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain about the summer finally arriving. Um, especially in Sweden, where it's like, hey, you got 2 weeks of summer. Usually, summer falls on a Tuesday in Sweden, and then it
And-
ends.
yeah.
So, but anyway, we we do have actually a little bit to look at today.
Something
No,
to
Rob,
talk
you
about.
wanna you wanna
Also,
dig into ETH BTC, you know?
yeah, and
But
also an analyst is never late, Golden Goose. Nor is he
exactly,
early. He starts precisely when he means to, which was 7:05 on the goddamn dot. So shut up.
exactly. And I was
Yeah.
not trying to not laugh there. That was just me kind of thinking with my face. Yes.
Thinking with your face. Okay, cool.
Yep, that's where the best thinking happens. But
Face
yes,
thoughts. Okay.
face thoughts. Maybe we should make a shirt with that. Face thoughts.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna start off with the BTC chart again, like we always do, because that's part of what we do. Yeah, big fart sound. Not much has happened. However,
rock all has happened.
yeah, actually, what has happened, if you were watching us last week and the week before that, and the week before that, and the week before that, we were saying we have to come back to this line eventually, most likely. And now it's doing that, but it's doing that very slowly and very boringly.
Very boringly.
Very boringly. We did have a quick dump here. We talked about that last week, but essentially we're just waiting for this to kind of play out. And it
doesn't
seems
look
like
bullish. It doesn't look bullish. It looks like a dead cat. It looks like it's going to sell off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is going to be support on this line right here. For many reasons, which we've talked about before. We do want to see the RSI kind of go back into oversold as well. But that's not actually what I want to talk about here, because nothing's really changed since last week's TA. What did change though is that I remembered that I forgot to talk about the moving averages last week, and so I wanted to just show those. And right now we have the yellow line right here is the 55-day, and I know normally you go 50, 100, 200. I don't. I do change it up a little bit because I find that to be more accurate. But either way,
the 55 is a slightly slower 50. They're essentially the same thing.
Yeah, that's not the most important. That's not the most important one though. The one that I usually go for most of the time when I'm looking at this is the 100 or 128, which is this teal or turquoise or whatever. And right now it's set to be on 100, and you've seen it's kind of bounced on that a few times now. I'm not sure if you can see. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. But right now that's holding, and I'm not so sure that's going to hold, because if you look through time here, it's not really. Previously, it's not really used it as any type of indicator. It used the 200-day instead for this bounce down here. So I tend to actually change this to 128, and I've done that since forever, which lines up better here, and it does, going back in time as well. I'm not going to do that now, but so I'm kind of still waiting for that, which is going to be right here, getting close to this this trend line, and it's closer to our kind of perceived target. So Yes. Anyway, that's really honestly, I can't really say much more than this because there's not much more to say. Nothing's really changed. We've been sideways, literally, the entire week right here. Done nothing. Volatility is not there. There's no volume. There's nothing is happening. Nothing. Nobody cares. And this is even during the Bitcoin conference. I think it's Miami, right?
Meh.
It's
If
then.
just all
There's been some great
literally,
news coming
right,
out. I mean, Jack
all
Mahler's.
of the people. No, listen. All of the people at the Bitcoin conference already have all their money in Bitcoin. They're not buying any
precisely.
more. And all of the people who are watching the Bitcoin conference are going, "What a bunch of fucking idiots! I'm not touching Bitcoin if those people are involved." And yeah, okay, yeah, there is always some good
news.
stuff. There's always some good news. There's
Yeah, well,
also,
we can talk about that later in the week. Really,
there's also the regular sort of cult following like Max Kaiser.
Oh, yeah.
And
oh gosh, yeah. I the only thing that I look, I haven't been able to watch.
I haven't watched
everything.
any of it.
I watched a little bit. It's unfortunately I don't have much time to kind of
waste on that
entertainment, so to speak.
Like all the good bits are on Twitter afterwards. Why watch it? It's all on Twitter.
Yeah.
Just save yourself.
It's more if you want to watch. It's more if you want to watch all the the whole discussion and all that. But all the news are just going to be on Twitter anyway. I did find it to be quite interesting that Strike, Jack Mahler's moved Strike's headquarters to El Salvador, which is fun. And they made Strike now available in 65 countries.
That's good. That's much better.
So all over the world in the
Does that
south.
include the UK?
I believe not. But it's more the
mostly developing countries.
Yes, which is sort of the most important part, really.
It is. No, so it is and it isn't. Because what if you think for a country like El Salvador that has such a huge amount of their country in remittances, like you really want that in the US. You really want it where you want it natively coming into that app so that they can then send it on without. I realize obviously that you can load it and move it but it's like
it is
still
available in the US. Strike. I mean,
that's okay. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
it's only been available there until now, basically.
Okay, cool.
So, it's good. It's good for adoption and all that stuff. So we like that. But either way, we're not. This is TA Monday. We're gonna do TA, and I'm actually gonna just say, look, we don't really have much to go off. There's not much that's happened. And the story.
Not for Bitcoin.
Not for Bitcoin. However,
there's a few other underlying things.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip your screen on here, dude. Yeah, because I know you had some Ethbitica talk.
Ethbitica. Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, real simple. The same old boring channel we've been in forever it's still a boring channel. Don't get me wrong. This isn't like any huge major move. However, it's just something that's interesting to note, which is looking at how altcoins and Bitcoin behave relative to each other tells you gives you a bit of a foresight in what the market is thinking. And so we're seeing Bitcoin sort of start to roll over now. We're seeing, it's not looking bullish at all in any meaningful way. However, ETH BTC is continuing to make higher lows and is in a very clear ascending triangle. And what this is saying to me is it's having a go at breaking it. And this was something that I mentioned about. I swapped quite a bit of my available trading BTC into ETH about here. Basically, as it started moving up.
Not bad.
Yeah, but it's something like that, 0.64-ish it was. And that was basically, I saw the big drop. I wasn't available to buy. I did want to buy sort of this line, but yeah, I caught the bounce, and then as it broke out again, it was like, I think it was on this candle somewhere, but towards the bottom-ish. And then I took absolutely zero profit here because I was out at the time and didn't, I basically slept out here, slept, and then I think that was a Tuesday. It was like I'm at work, and just didn't didn't have an opportunity. I don't know what I was doing. I might have just been asleep. I don't know, but I didn't sell any. Watched it come all the way down. However, that was looking the successful sort of drop, and then it started to rally back up. So I'm still holding on to this position, and I'm still waiting for really a break of this resistance. Now, so this is what is good to see, is that we're seeing Ethereum showing strength against Bitcoin, even while Bitcoin's showing weakness. And if things were looking absolutely terrible across the board, we would start to see that flight out of altcoins mean that ETH BTC would start going down. And obviously that could happen. If Bitcoin decides to fall off a cliff tomorrow, then chances are ETH BTC will drop below this uptrend, which it could well do. There's with an ascending triangle, it's more likely it's going to break up, but it could still break down, and it could break down with quite a bit of ferocity. But I'm still obviously favoring the upside. And if that does sort of play out, then it's maybe not a substantial one, but potentially we start to see a bit of a mini alt season as Ethereum tries to sort of really confirm an uptrend, breaking out against this 0.07, and that would essentially then signal, okay, Bitcoin's broken out, Ethereum has now broken out against Bitcoin. You'll start to see all of the and this is something that I can look at. I haven't looked at yet, but I've got a little collection of altcoins versus Ethereum. Oh dear. Aave, as you can see, bleeding out versus ETH. Cardano, holding fairly steady. See, Cardano's looking to me like, if this can hold this range whilst Ethereum gains on Bitcoin, Cardano's a worthy rotation after ETH has made a move. This kind of thing is, okay, where is the market going to move next? And you might be looking at a 3 to 6 month period where, if you were starting to buy Cardano now, you end up missing out because you should be in ETH. But if you can time that movement from ETH into Cardano, then back into Bitcoin, or more likely back into dollars. See, Algorand is just terrible. I quite like Algorand in terms of potential tech, but guys, they ain't all good investments. I know Algorand launched with way too high a market cap at ICO, and it's showed that it's basically never managed to gain any traction.
Look, so quick question then, and just for the ETH BTC pair. Yeah. So, do you think it's going to be, do you think it's going to be Bitcoin going down in price faster than ETH, or do you think ETH is going to pump in price faster than Bitcoin?
Most likely, Bitcoin will just sort of range sideways, as we've kind of talked about. I think I think that the Bitcoin most likely is simply going to sort of fill out its range. We know it's got a downtrend, it's got this uptrend, to meet it, and this goes all the way out into July, another 2 months. Where you imagine 2 months where it just sort of fills this range out and doesn't really go anywhere substantially, and obviously Ethereum would follow that, but ETH in itself is, ETH doesn't look great in dollar terms in its own right.
I can share that. Oh wait, you do have the exact same TA that I do, literally.
Oh, okay.
Was that ETH? Just ETH?
No, that was BTC.
Oh wait, let me just do that then. So, yeah. ETH is
so ETH could well come down with Bitcoin, and so arguably, the best option is to just be in dollars if you think that's going to happen. However, for this, this period is like, no, I'm currently primarily now in Bitcoin, or my Bitcoin holdings are solid. I'm not moving those into dollars. I've chunked my accumulation for this period of time, unless I see something fundamental change. If I saw if we saw a wake up tomorrow and Citibank's going under, I'm I'm probably dumping a lot. I'm probably
Yeah.
it's all going straight into dollars because it's shit's gonna hit the fan. But if it's as things stand, I'm in Bitcoin, and I've got to decide what is worth giving up some of my Bitcoin for. I have to, this is
I'm in the
trade.
same boat.
Yeah, the trade is alts to Bitcoin. It is not alts to dollars. It's not Bitcoin to dollars for me at this time. Like it's.
I have to say I agree with everything you just said there. I'll be honest. Most of my stuff, apart from my maybe 20%, is on an exchange right now. I mean, there's a reason for it because, we can see, like you said, if another like huge bank run happens, I don't want to sit in anything but dollars, really. Honestly,
Yep.
I'll probably just keep. I'll probably not do anything with
mine's sat in cold storage, but most of it is, but it's accessible. I've got to say, I've got some on the exchange.
Yeah, you have quick access.
I can access it very easily and very securely. So yeah, it's. But yeah, if you just want to flip back to my screen. For a second, this will we can just run very quickly through some of these alt BTC charts. And I know we've done this before, where we've talked about the percentage drops where they can happen again. And say Aave BTC not shown any real sign of resistance of bottoming yet. We'd have to see if it can hold here and then start to move up. But as it stands, nope. Looks like shit unless you're a gambler because it's broken below this line. Cardano, very similar. It's in a downtrend. Don't see any signs of an uptrend yet. Algorand, we've already said, all-time lows. Atom, we do like Atom, but we still expect it to come down to this. That's another 20% versus Bitcoin.
I would like to rephrase that. We like Atom
as a trade.
As a trade with Bitcoin and ETH. That's me at least.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what you feel about it. I wouldn't. I'm not going to buy a bunch of Atom and be like, I'm gonna hold this for 6 years. Like, that's not me.
I can tell you exactly what I'm gonna do on this, which is
yes, please. Is that your? No, it's not.
That's my strategy.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Is I'm going to do this, and I'm going to turn the sell filters on. Buy filters, all right? Yeah.
You're watching an unreleased strategy, fellas. Right now.
No, this is actually it's dog shit. Minus 49%. Terrible. Doesn't work.
Yep.
Apart from on the 6 hour, it makes 445%. This is it. See, Phil hates with my strategies because he says that I'm very risky because I have a lot of coins, and what I say to him is with my strategy, the more spread out I am, the better, because you can have one time frame which just through pure dumb luck just really underperforms a certain strategy, and even like I have a buy filter, the buy filter makes it more likely it's going to make a profitable trade. However, it can skip a buy, and if that buy missed out 1,000% run, well, you can end up missing out. But not having the buy filter means that you can make a lot more spurious buys that don't work. I do have I don't actually run this on its own. I have additional basically market filters that say in a sense that what I've been talking about here, I'll give a good example, would be Solana BTC, which it would still made 1,400% versus Bitcoin, which isn't bad for a strategy with 35% profitable trades.
It has a purpose. Every strategy has a purpose, and so you should never just grab a bunch of different strategies and turn them on in whatever time frame you think you want to trade it in, and it's gonna work. It's like, it doesn't work that way.
Well, the way that I trade it.
I mean, you know that, but I'm telling everybody else who wants to get into doing strategy stuff.
So what I would do is say it's running on the 4 hour, and if Golden Goose will hurry up and sort out his goddamn platform, So I also run the strategy basically on sol dominance.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh no, you're lagging bad, dude. Well, Rob is a robot now. I'm unsure why. And I love the way your camera froze as well. I guess we're not allowed to talk about Solana.
No. Let's talk about Solana.
Well, you're still here at least, but yeah, I think you're. Is this? Didn't you get new internet just very recently?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it's not working out. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Let's see. I'm just sending a message to Rob to make sure that he knows that it's. I don't know if you can hear me, Rob, but if you do.
How's that?
Back in the room? Yeah. No, it's
just
back to normal.
Yeah,
oh, you did? Okay. Well, so
okay.
Yes, that works.
So yeah, okay. So basically, what I would look to do instead is to also trade on the dominance. So both the dominance and the price have to match up. So
yeah,
if a coin isn't gaining dominance across the entire market, I'm not interested in it. I'm only interested here in coins that are gaining dominance over the crypto market, which is a very nice way of filtering. Obviously, this actually looks pretty much the same. That's because that's just the period in time. Everything's boring as shit. Everything's sideways. So these two charts actually look really crap and identical, which is a bit annoying.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we can't even see those now. But you know, it's. I think we've been pretty head on with this.
There's nothing to show, really.
No, really not. I mean, it's been sideways. It was interesting for a while, and then we get this sideways period for a couple of weeks, and then we get something else happening. It's just the way it is. So hopefully, our TA kind of plays out here, and we get back to that 25K level overall, and then things just start happening again, so we get some fun. Up or down, it's fun either way, really. But
really fun. This is so much fun.
Well, if I would get a major crash, I'm like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take up or down. This is just crap.
Yeah, it's super boring. It's super boring. But you just have to weather the storm, really.
The storm. Can I have a storm? Can we have some storm? I miss the storm.
No, I mean the storm that goes on in your head when you're like, this is too boring, and I'm just gonna go to bed.
This is the storm. The storm has passed. We're on a desert island. We've got enough food and water to last us, but there's nothing to do.
Yeah, there's just one tree
where we're at right now. Yeah,
one tree and some sand, and I don't like sand. No. It gets in everywhere. It's rough and coarse.
That is obviously from a TA perspective. From a fundamentals perspective, this is absolutely the time to be researching ICOs. And this isn't. There's another depending on your degen appetite. There is a shit ton of money to be made by investing in ICOs during bear markets, and I say this as somebody who invested in one. I got into flow at the Golden Goose is going to really, really get grumpy at now. But I got into this at 10 cents. It launched at $6 and proceeded to run up to $40. Now, my tokens were locked away, but I was making at $1,500 a week just in interest, which was releasable for $1,000 investment. And eventually I then got paid. I got those tokens released at a significant drawdown from their all-time high, but it was still a hell of a lot higher. Yes. And Flow is not flow. Is okay, let's bring flow up. Go on, let's put my
I'll,
screen
I'll,
up.
yeah, I will. I'll just say this though.
It's terrible.
People, you have to remember that with great returns comes great risk as well.
So yes, so okay, so well, this was this is what flow looks like. So
Ooh.
obviously, I bought into it before here. I think it even looks terrible on a log chart. That's how bad. And this is versus Bitcoin. It is.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, it is 96.5% down versus Bitcoin from its all-time high.
That's
now,
rough.
I will point out. Let's just go. Let's just take a little history lesson. This is Cardano, and so top to bottom. I'll take the daily close to there, 94.7%.
Yep.
And it then proceeded versus Bitcoin to basically do a full U-turn from that bottom, running up somewhere like 1,300% versus Bitcoin. Bitcoin also did what, 20x.
Yep.
So, although yes, we are obviously, we do like to preach caution. Absolutely, this isn't financial advice. Yes, this is risky shit. Yes, you're gonna, and this is why I always would say, hedge your bets and spread out, because you may bust out if you're going for the riskier plays.
Yeah.
Phil doesn't like risky plays. Phil is a granddad, and Phil is very happy only making like 300% compound returns a year, and it's just like that's not what I'm here for.
Well, not really, Rob. I'm the guy that wants to.
I
Instead
know.
of just finding this, that. I know. I'm just saying. I like to geek out and find the best of each field, and then grab that. That's find alpha, whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's just more fun, and it's less of a chance that I make a loss that way. I feel like it's more secure.
Better idea. Buy it all.
Right. Yeah. Buy one of everything.
So I've had to say but anyway, back to sort of the original point with ICOs is some are crap. Really, really pay attention to valuation. So I got bought one human HMT, dog shit. No point in it. But it was basically there was a phase of ICOs where there were basically hundreds. There was the website that we were applying on. There was like hundreds of thousands of applicants for like 5,000 or 10,000 ICO spots. And so we basically were just applying for all of them on the basis of, we got into Flow. We also got into Casper, which did rather well. And then it was like, let's just buy everything we can. And it was only, not these weren't big amounts, and this was only using profit. So it's not something I absolutely would not advocate to just start pumping your life savings into crap ICOs. However, if you basically have a set of, gambling money, and you do the research and you look at it and you go, this actually is a really good project. It's fully diluted valuation at ICO is cheap, and I think that during a boom, this can make significant amount of money.
Yeah,
I'll put $200 into it.
Yeah, I'll agree with all that.
Yeah,
sure.
That's the way I did it personally, and that's the way I would advocate doing it again. But it can work out very well for not a lot of risk, especially if you only use profits to do it.
Actually, if anybody watching wants us to do like a video where we talk about ICOs and how to get into them and how to find them and stuff like that, let us know. We're in the disc.
I will do that. So we're doing it. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I guess we're doing it.
Anyone watches it.
We're gonna do that. We planned this from the start of this. This was planned. It's all scripted. Everything we do, I promise. No, but really, I think that would be interesting.
And then ChatGPT came out, and now it's like, we need to re-script it all. Like,
I'm actually not. I'm actually not real. I'm a AI generated human person. Thing.
I mean, we always knew this.
Imagine if that was true. People just realized it now, and they're like,
"That's not a reveal."
Face reveal in Face reveal at 10,000 subs. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think Rob, I think we've actually talked about everything we wanted to talk about and some extra stuff. And I kind of do need to get going here in a couple of minutes. Cool. So
I think there'll be a bit more TradFi stuff next week, a bit of macro that maybe we didn't touch on. But
yeah, the macro stuff. I think after going over everything that's going on, I do want to say though that since we talked about ETH BTC, I did see that the amount of staked ETH, going into the staking platforms and everything is as high as it's ever been already. And the numbers I saw, I think were from 17th or 18th of this month, and it's still way more. Like the chart is way higher up than it is now. So that's a good thing for ETH. That means people are putting it into safe storage or whatever, and just making. And it's deflationary, right? So that's a thumbs up for ETH.
It's a supply shock. It's a form of supply shock. Now the thing with it being is that in theory it's an elastic supply shock, in that if ETH goes up too high, then the returns are no longer worth it and the price will
take it out and dump. Yeah.
Personally, I don't really see the point in staking ETH and have it locked away in any appreciable terms, because from a personal perspective, I trade my ETH versus Bitcoin. I always go back to Bitcoin. There is never a period where I want my ETH unavailable to get rid of.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the funny thing is, I don't actually stake my ETH. I have it in a yield farming thing on Pionex actually, and it's just like 2.75%, but it's flexible. So as soon as I want, I just click the button and it's back out.
Why not? Keys, not your crypto. Give it away for 2.75%, kids.
Look, it's not all of it. It's just a little bit.
It's 2.75%. Is it worth it? Is it actually worth it? If Pionex went under.
But if it's good, well, that means Binance has to go under, basically. So.
Yeah. Well, depends. Do they share the reserves? I know they share liquidity, but do they share reserves?
I think they share reserves as well.
Okay, cool.
I don't quote me on that though. So, but no, why not?
I've got a fair amount of Binance saying.
I want to keep my stuff on an exchange right now because I'm not sure what's going to happen with the price, if it's going to giga dump or if macro is just going to go down the toilet and all this stuff. I want it available on an exchange so I can sell it off fast. And if it can earn a few percent while it's sitting there and maybe it doesn't dump, then at least it's done something. I just hate looking at it and doing nothing. But it's just a small piece of the ETH, so it's not a big deal.
So most of it.
Besides, I actually wanted to try out the earn program there just to see how it works.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah, I did it last week, I think. So I'm just gonna let it sit. Either way,
I say let's be fair. I was pissing around with all kinds of yield farming dog shit in like 2020 and 2021. So
it's one of those things where why not? Why not?
Let's just put it this way. My total portfolio is worth a hell of a lot less Ethereum now than it was 2 years ago. So if I had have just held my ETH, I would have significantly more than I do now. So
it is what it is.
Make of that
right?
what you will. I don't shy away or run away from my mistakes. I'm very open about all of them. This is why I'm know what I'm talking about so much, is because I have fucked up in every single possible way, and I am still here to spread my word as Crypto Jesus.
God damn, Rob. I'm just gonna let it finish with that. We got Crypto Jesus coming back next week for TA Monday, and probably this weekend too.
Like how Golden Goose, you are very you've got a lot of some good hearing on you, because yes, you did hear a cat, and I could actually barely hear the cat. But my 16-year-old Fireball is just a insane dementia-riddled mess that decides to yell at the top of the stairs every now and then. So yes, you did hear a cat.
Yeah, I thought it was mine first, but then I realized, hey,
no,
you got one too.
Just a Fireball.
All right. Well, all right, we're gonna finish this off here, guys. Remember, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Share this with everybody you've ever known. Otherwise, Earth is gonna explode, and a black hole is gonna eat it. Cool. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.